I am out of here. I'm out of the Champagne Fair right now. I'll get home at 1 something. Yeah, around 1 something. 1:20, 1:25. A good night for the stable for the most part. Almost a mishap in Procrastinator's race, but luckily we come out of it unscathed. How did the night start? It started with You Got a Belief. I still don't know how fast they went. There's no point in telling me. I'll figure it out. I'll look after we finish this video. You Got a Belief was very, very good tonight for him. I think if I move him down the backstretch, he's 1-2, but then again, he might have made a break also. I still can't tell you why he made the break at Bowling Green. I guess from a deep track, maybe he was slipping. He didn't offer to make a break tonight and finished up pretty good. Pretty good. So, You Got a Belief threw in a 4th place finish in race. Not bad. Of Tom was a winner. Now, it poured rain for about 30 minutes, but it was about 6 million degrees Celsius here before it rained. So I literally think I know what a lobster feels like, because I had to put my mud gear on, all rubber suit on, to go out and race. Just looking for a spot to pull over. To go out and race after the rain shower before race 1. So my first 4 drives were in a sheer rubber suit. I think I had at least 2 strokes. Anyway, I went out and finished 4th with Leaf, and then Of Tom come on the track, and she absolutely jogged. It's funny because the people at the fence saying it looks like the world's in slow motion when she's moving. She just floats over the ground. She's going to be a really nice 3-year-old, but we're up against it as far as packing on enough muscle to put some real speed miles into her. Nevertheless, we can work around that. We'll find the Buckeye for the rest of the season for her. If we're lucky, maybe she sneaks into a consolation Sire Stake Buckeye final. That'd be neat if she did. But we'll see. We don't know. So, next we went out with Confederate Cruiser. Little snot in his nose. I said 57's lots. You know, he's a little horse. That's lots over this track. It's a fast track, but it's not that fast. So, Confederate Cruiser was 5th. I guess he probably paced 58-1. I'm guessing, somewhere around there. But raced rather good, to be honest. You know, he tried all he could. No complaints from me. The horse tried all he could. So, good for him. Then I went with Purple Aura. I knew warming her up. She was good. This track is flat. Flat turns, flat track. She likes the flatness. Busted out of there. Maybe one little wrinkle in when I was getting an easy little breather with her at the quarter pole, but I put her in gear and she never stopped trotting right to the wire. The strongest she's ever been in her life was today. And this fair has been here a very, very long time. I don't know how long. That was our 3rd track record of the season. 2:01 flat, a new track record for 2-year-old trotting fillies. This fair goes the same time every year. It's August. So it's not like these are juvenile fillies that are green. This is where the Buckeye is. This is the Buckeye. So, I mean, you got some decent fillies coming over this track. 2:01 new track record for Purple Aura. She was extra awesome. Very, very impressed with her. Now, this is a filly. I believe we can, if we continue this trend with the Buckeye, we could make the Buckeye final and the consolation of the Sire Stakes. You're allowed to race in both, but you can't race in the final of both. This is one of the only places you can do this. I'm learning a lot of new jurisdictional rules at different places this year. I told everybody the other day, a little side note, Kentucky, I was thinking of moving Blue Bayou Dio up into the Sire Stakes. I said, I'll try her once. She's got to win in the incentive B. You know, what do I got to lose? I can tell you. Once you move up, you can't move back after the first leg. Nowhere else in North America is that the case, but it is in Kentucky. So, that is not the case here in Ohio. I am going to, what is this guy doing? I am going to race Of Tom and Purple Aura back, and want to skip a few. We'll talk about her in a minute. Back in the Buckeye, and the fair is coming forward. So a good end of the season coming by the looks of it by those 3. They were very, very good tonight. What else do we have? Luck of the Dragon, a mediocre 4th or 5th. This is a horse that is in the Ohio sale coming up, and we are going to leave him in the Ohio sale. Listen, okay horse, but I can't go to bat for horses that just don't make me feel like they put out. And I'll talk about this. This is very important in a minute. But Luck of the Dragon, there's more there and he doesn't want to give it, fine. Go give it for somebody else. And I think that's a position I'm going to hold right through sale time, end of August. Now, the next one was Procrastinator. I was almost in a wreck coming out of the first turn. I avoided that, and then back and forth, heading to the half. Keep in mind, I'm listening to the announcer. I can hear him here. I know Keith Cash is on the track. There was a loose horse. I don't know where it is now. Now, this is like the old days. In Ontario now, in a lot of places, when somebody goes down, the horse is loose, the race is over, right? That's how it is. That's not the case here. It's, it's still, somebody's down, just don't run over them type thing, which is a little odd, but it's how it used to be when I started driving. So I know Keith Cash is down. The guy in the front's got the earplugs out and he's chasing his horse. I don't know what's going on now. First and foremost, I want to make sure there's not a horse coming the other way. There's not a horse coming this way. I want to make sure that Procrastinator doesn't flip out when he sees the ambulance or the people on the track. And as we start into the backstretch, the guy in the front's done. I just kick the earplugs when I get by the mishap, and I blow right by him, but now he's empty. Again, I've made front with him. Around the last turn, I can feel him getting a little weak. I'm thinking, when that guy clears me, he's going to come back on. But he just got tired. And, quite frankly, this is the exact opposite of the situation with Luck of the Dragon. That horse didn't walk, didn't pull up. Horse got tired. It's hot as hell here today. Probably can't breathe that good. And I'm thinking to myself, here's the poor bugger going under the wire with his ears up. He probably can't breathe that good. Not a great situation to be in. And I know there's a lot of people out there. I'm gonna attack this two ways. First one saying, I will go to bat for Procrastinator because I don't think he's breathing great. I think he had a lot of immaturity issues that he, for the most part, overcame. Although it doesn't show it on his bankroll, on the right side of the program where the money sits, it doesn't show it there, but I saw it. I saw it with my own two eyes all year. This horse wants to be a good horse, wants to be a better horse. And for the people out there saying, well, you shouldn't have put him on the front of the fair and you shouldn't have done this. Listen, at the end of the day, there's two sides of this coin. The first one, I think he's a nice horse. I'm going to protect him. I probably won't sell him. I'd rather turn him out, let him grow up and be a horse and see if he's a good horse or not, because he's bred to be one. That's what I would like to do. Secondly, this isn't ballet. For those of you out there saying, oh, you could have raced him from off the pace at the Bowling Green Fair and probably won. You could have raced him from off the pace today. Yeah, I could have. I could have just maybe put him in a fair somewhere else where the racing was much easier. I mean, this is racing. You got to do a little work. There isn't a horse that races for the stable.ca that doesn't put in an honest effort and work their butt off. Not that we keep around anyway. So when it comes to Procrastinator, yes, I will stick up for him because I like the horse. And I like horses that try, but I'm not going to be apologetic for the way we've raced him at all. So that is where we're sitting with Procrastinator. Further to that, I think we might just turn him out. What's left for him? A couple of fares, a Buckeye? For what? Suck a couple of $1,000s out of this horse? He wants to be a better horse. So why don't we let him? What is going on here? What does this guy want? Oh, he wants in here. Okay, fine, go. So that's the scoop on Procrastinator. Then I come out in the track now. I took a big risk. I took a little bit of toe off of 1-2 Skip a Few the day before she races. A giant no-no. If Jason had done this, if Jason had said, hey, Anthony, I got the blacksmith to shoe this horse, I would have lost my mind on him. But I just felt that she's changing so much lately. For those of you out there, if you had seen 1-2 Skip a Few in the spring, it's hard to believe there isn't a horse in our barn that's put on more muscle and weight than 1-2 Skip a Few. Shelby's done a great job putting the weight on her, and the filly has done an incredible job turning that into muscle. She is a workhorse. I warm her up. She feels awesome, but she feels a little pacey in the first turn. This is how smart she got. Back before you had to watch her in the turn, she'd get a little pacey anyway. You had to put tons of weight on her. But now she's changing. We got some weight off of her up front. We changed her shoes behind. We tinkered with her shoeing up front. I took a little toe off her, but she was a little pacey. So I took the boots off her and left her with bandages. I score her down in the post braid. She paces through the first turn. I said, oh no. Pull her up to the turn. We take the bandages off her and put the boots back on her. I know that Shelby hates when I change stuff, but if it's got to be changed, it's got to be changed. There's just no two ways about it. So I score her down again. She's a little bit better. Now, we went through the first turn tonight. The 5-horse leaves. The guy's stirring the horse up. Skippy's getting a little wound up. And she actually paced in the first turn. But she doesn't look for a way out. As soon as she slowed down a bit and caught her train of thought, boom, she caught back trotting. Now, I was jostled when a guy run, so if they do hit me with an X, it should be actually an IX. But she did pace. Now, I let her settle. They're ahead of me by the last horse in the race at present time going to the quarter pole is 4 lengths ahead of me. But Skippy's smart. She settles, relaxes as I catch up. Now she's got her feet under her. Now she's thawed out. Everybody moves out. She shoots through the inside. I sneak her out, second over, pin everybody down. Now, trust me when I tell you this. If she doesn't get pacey in the last turn, she wins from here to my house. My house is a 2-hour and 34-minute drive in this car. I'm going to overreact. But what I'm saying is she absolutely would have won. No two ways about it. Hey, congratulations to the winner. Horse race great. I guarantee you I run him down if I can move her in the last turn. Nevertheless, she was still a little rickety. She wants to go 100. Like, this filly is a true winner. She sees the horse ahead of her, and I can feel her. She wants to get at him, and I have to steady her the whole way down the lane and just coast by the horse for second. Ends up with a big second. But trust me when I tell you, when 1-2 Skip, this is a June foal. Don't kid yourself. When this filly fills out and comes back as a 3-year-old, she could be any kind of horse. Any kind of horse. I love this filly. Aside from the great night we had, I won with somebody else's horse too, so I had 3 wins, a second, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth. Aside from a great night, Greg Grismore was here. The Grismac, I didn't even get a chance to promote it. Grismac, 2021, was in the house. Didn't get to go to the carnival. Hey, I put 4 pounds on in Lexington. I couldn't do it. In fact, between the heat, not eating, and not drinking enough water, I feared for my safety around race 7. So I walk up, race 8. I walk up, and there's a lady there with a catering truck. I just want a hot dog. She goes, a hot dog? She goes, I have the best pulled meat, the best shredded meat in the entire county. Oh, we're going to play this game again. The shredded meat. Okay. You have the best shredded meat. I said, just for argument's sake, what kind of market are we talking about here? The shredded meat market in this county. Are you the only truck? Do you have competitors? Is this a large market? So she laughs and she goes, trust me, I'm not selling you a hot dog. She goes, you can have shredded chicken, pork, or beef. Okay. I'll have the beef. Makes a sandwich. She goes, what do you want on it? I said, well, since you're telling me what to eat, you put whatever you want on it. So she made me a shredded beef sandwich with pickles and barbecue sauce. Would not have been my first pick, nor my second. I went along with it. She put a lot on it. Listen, she put her neck out there. I could have just said, ma'am, your sandwich sucks. And if this is the best you have to offer in this county, I will not be dining here. But it was a damn good sandwich. It was very good. I ate the whole thing. I felt fine after. But not near as fine as I did after I raced Skippy. Man, oh man, I love racing. Listen, I love doing good. We did great tonight. I do love doing good, but I like when the horse is put out. Luck of the Dragon, out. You're not ruining my summer. Out. Procrastinator, you can go out to the field. Utmost respect for this horse because I saw where he came from last fall. And as I said to Amy, what's he going to bring in a sale if you dump him in the sale? 12 grand? He's worth more than that. I can bring him back, and even if he was a condition claimer, he's worth 20, 25,000 next spring. I like Procrastinator. And although I never thought I would be going to bat for that particular horse, I will go to bat for him because I like him. Because he tries hard, and because he's bred well. So Procrastinator is staying. But a great night here at the Champaign County Fair. I hear race 15 going off right now. I took 14 minutes to talk to you about tonight. That's the last going. I'm home at 1:41 a.m. is when my GPS says I'll be home. So, tomorrow, not a bad day tomorrow. Now, it sucks for me because my family's going home tomorrow. Amy's going back to Canada. But, nevertheless, easy day as far as racing is concerned. I just have Hopes for a prize to qualify, some horses to race tomorrow. But then the insanity ensues. Jefferson Fair Thursday, Fair, Meadows, Sire Stake with Sweet on Pete Friday, Sire Stake with Slim Jimmy Saturday, Kentucky with our 3 Kentucky horses Sunday, and tie one on Monday at the Poconos. It all starts tomorrow. Champaign County Fair is done for 2021. Our first win, our second win, and our first track record here at the Champaign County Fair. Take care. I hope you had a great day, because again, we did.